Hi guys, welcome back to another reading. We're going to take a look and see what your July messages are for money. So let's get into it. We already have one card that popped out. So we have Immerse, and it says, take space to be in your own energy. Okay, we also have Judgment, and it says, harshness bound by self-criticism. Interesting. And let's get one more for money in July. Ooh, we have integrity. We have conviction, anchored in personal values. And embodied wisdom here at the bottom of the deck. So stop seeking, trust the wisdom within. In July, when it comes to your money, I feel like you are getting so clear, so having so much conviction around how you feel about money, where you're going, what you want to do with it. It's like you're in alignment almost, like there's integrity in what it is that you're doing, how you're making your money, the way in which you're operating kind of like through life. I feel like you're really in alignment here. I feel like possibly in the past, there was kind of this energy of judgment where, and some of you could still be working through this, I'm getting, but I almost feel like through July, you're going to be less judgmental, less harsh on yourself when it comes to your financial matters. Like you're not going to be as bound to, what's going wrong and feeling bad about it and like judging yourself and being harsh and saying negative things about yourself and how much money you're making or what you're not making or what your finances even look like, if there's debt and things like that. I feel like July is a time to kind of like take space to like settle in. It's like you might actually kind of like, I almost feel like maybe take a holiday or take a break in July, where either you're just taking a break from work as a whole, where you're just like taking a holiday or taking a vacation or maybe even having a staycation, but you're almost like not trying to invest so much in the judgment. And this is what's helping you actually have more conviction and more strength in what you believe to be true about your money story. With the embodied wisdom, this makes me feel like it's like physical changes inside of yourself are starting to happen because you are kind of like trusting the process and also like doing this inner work by not allowing, again, this judgment to kind of like take hold on you. Let's see what else for July and money. What do we need to know for their money message for July? I am also going to do a pick a card on July, so make sure you the month of July for money. So make sure you stick around for that. That'll be coming out this week as well. So the first card that came out was Knowledge. Then we have Go For It, which says Reach for the Moon. And then we have Enchanted. We also have Mystery. So I almost feel like there's something this month that I feel like from a financial perspective, you're going to maybe go for. I feel like you have the knowledge, you know what you want to do. You might even also have all the information you need to be able to go for something, to be able to start something, to do something. I feel like it's almost like saying like you don't know what doors are going to open for you. And in some ways, I feel like that's a positive, right? This is also tying into the belief of things where it's like you don't know what's possible for yourself, but you're believing that a door is going to open. It's like you're believing in the magic. You're believing in things being possible for you, even if you can't see them, or even if they're not in your present reality. There's like a strong sense of like, it's giving me like law of assumption vibes, or like feeling and sensing and becoming, right? Embodying the thing before you have it. And so I really feel like you're working on, rather than being judgmental about your financial situation, you're being called to embody who you are, who the version of you who has the things that you want, right? Financially. I feel like you know what you want. Now is time to embody it, right? We have knowledge or we have wisdom. Wisdom is the lived experience of it. It's the actual like acting it out part. It's like you've learned all of the things. I feel like for a lot of you, you probably know what to do. You know what actions you need to take. You know mentally what you should be thinking and things like that. And now it's time to put those things into place. And that's what I kind of feel like for the month of July here. And I feel like the world's your oyster in that sense, where it's like you could create anything from this, because you believe it, right? Like it's possible for you. Interesting. We have the mask here in this deck. So again, that's kind of giving me this energy of like something's hidden. I want to see, I'm going to grab the deck on this just because this is a newer deck for me. This is the, what's it called? This Might Hurt Oracle deck is what it's called. So number 18. Let me see. Oh, I think this is the moon. Yeah. So it says, the mask is not truly a mask, but an expression of an inner nature we have been conditioned to repress. Embrace your primal instincts, untamed energy, and freedom. Let your hair down, swim naked, dance, wrestle, scream, and howl. You can always take the mask off again and return to the civilized world. Just like the dogs that came from the wolves, we can do both. This makes me feel like, again, it's like the beliefs, the things like that, they might kind of seem delusional. The thing that you're aspiring, you're like, other people might think you're crazy, right? Like there's no way that can happen. I almost feel like you're allowing yourself to play in the wildness, to play in the creativity, the magic of what is possible for you to create financially. And if you're not doing this or you haven't done this, I feel like this would be a great month to play around with that. Those are things I work with clients on. I work with women in business who are trying to increase their money and trying to increase their sales, and have maybe done all the content stuff, right? The strategy side of things, but want to now embody a little bit more of like the right beliefs, the right energy, the right, nervous system capacity in order to be able to hold that and to actually attract it and attract more, right? Because sometimes the content and stuff only gets us so far if we are, we don't have great foundation of beliefs and energy and things like that. So I feel like July is going to be the month where you start going for things. I think maybe even you're trying something new by testing out this type of work. It's kind of like essentially getting into like manifestation work. We have the Queen of Swords that's out here. Yeah, this makes me think it's like a lot of like your mental, your mind. What else here for money in July? Oops. We have the Three of Swords. Interesting. Money in July. What do we need to know? Oops. Ooh, Page of Cups. So there's kind of, again, this inner exploration. We have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is like looking at what it is that you truly want. I feel like there's definitely been pains, there's been hurt, there's been struggles when it comes to finances. And again, places where you've been hurt, where maybe you have been hard on yourself because things haven't worked out, or you feel like it's like you're finally forgiving yourself. This can be a card of forgiveness. And I feel like you're forgiving yourself, your circumstances, the things that have maybe gone on in your life. And you're getting really clear on what it is that you actually really want to create. I feel like with this Queen of Swords, you are, like the first card that came out here, it's like you're clear. Your mind is clearing up. There's no more, if you look at these cards, there's less of this, like the darkness, the foggy, the clouds, like it's all clear up here. And so I feel like your mind is clearing, or you are clearing your mind. And so therefore it's almost like allowing you to like dream again, right? Page of Cups, Ten of Cups. It's allowing you to dream again. It's allowing you to play in your creativity and explore new options. You might also even have possibly a new idea, or like you could be doing some reflection, and like during times of reflection or quiet moments, right? Because it said immerse yourself. So in the first card, so it's like taking space and time for yourself. In those moments, you might tap into your intuition, ideas, creativity that maybe you haven't really had access to in the more recent time. What else here? Money in the month of July. Money in July. So for the Page of Wands, we have the Devil energy. Money in July. Ooh, beautiful. We have the Empress. Okay, Page of Wands, the Devil, the Empress. We have the Three of Cups. There might be certain things that you're really attracted to this month, like certain passions, certain desires, a desire to move in a certain direction. Also, I feel like your desire for money might be really high with this Page of Wands, the Devil and the Empress. There might be also a very attractive offer or idea, opportunity that's like around you. I feel like you're ready for a new adventure when it comes to finances. You're ready to step into this new space. And so I feel like you're willing to explore new options, maybe new ways of making money. Because again, you've been stuck. It's interesting, like kind of the Devil and the Three of Swords came out on each other. So I feel like you've definitely felt blocked. You've definitely felt stuck. And now I feel like you're exploring new opportunities that are going to give you more abundance here, have you like grow. There might be things like planting new seeds or starting new things. Some of you might even work with children possibly. We do have the Three of Cups. So there's going to be things to celebrate, but I also feel like you're going on like a holiday or vacation or taking some time off this July. I feel like that might even be the thing, like I said, that brings you the ideas that, sometimes when we take a step back, we get the clarity because we're not like trying to force things. We're not pushing things and adding pressure to ourselves. Let's get some more cards here. What's the money message for July? Ooh. Okay, so the card that flipped over here, we have Nugget. This makes me think of like the nugget of wisdom. We have small increase, valuable info, honest assessment. So I feel like you're going through an honest assessment of where you're at financially. I feel like you're gaining something from this. I think of a small nugget, I think of like a nugget of information. It's like a little piece of gold that is it's just a small little piece, but it's so valuable, And I feel like you definitely could see an increase in your finances in the month of July, but I'm almost feeling like there might be a specific thing, something you want to go do, something small that maybe you're going to start that I feel like has the potential to really take off throughout further months. Like this is something that you might be starting in July, because in the career, it has like a little career message at the bottom of this card as well. And it says fresh start, steady work, career building. So I feel like there's this fresh start. There's something new. Like I said, this Page of Cups that is like this something that starts small. And I feel like it has a lot of potential to grow here, especially with the Empress here. We do have frame at the bottom and it says steady income, organizing accomplishments. So I feel like some of you are definitely business owners. So you're like starting a new business. Some of you could starting a new job. But I feel like regardless, you're having this new start, but I do feel like finances in general are steady here. Like it's like, I don't really feel like there's definitely not a decrease basically, right? So it's like you're seeing consistency in your finances. You're going to have more than enough to like kind of pay what you need. And I feel like there's something small that is starting and then like moving. So let's get some more. What else here for money message for July? So we have many choices. It says you have options even if you don't see them right now. Get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what's best. So what's interesting is, again, with many choices, I may almost feel like this is like that Page of Cups and also this Queen of Swords where you're seeing things clearly. You're seeing kind of what you want more clearly, and therefore you're able to kind of like take actions, move forward in places. And you might not see them in this moment as you're watching this. Like as we enter July, you might not be seeing this, but it might be something that unfolds for you throughout July. Yeah, we have progress here. It seems like a long slog, but your efforts will soon pay off. Stay on course for at least a few more months before making a change. That might be, I feel like this card, almost like the way the image is, it reminds me of the Eight of Cups. If you're wanting to walk away from something or leave something behind, you might have to wait on that. As much as you could be starting something, I feel like you maybe aren't leaving something as well, if that makes sense. Then we have the future, and it says, plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. So trust your intuition. That is that Page of Cups for sure. I feel like there's something that you're, like I said, starting or you're planning for the future. There's a choice in which you're making. You might not be leaving anything, but you're starting something. And then we have star power. You need engaging work that will let your talent shine. You are a natural actor and influencer. You attract fame and fortune. Sorry, I was like, it looked like all one word. I was like, what is going on here? So you're going to be in the spotlight. I actually feel like that was a message from the last reading I think it did. It was like one of the last cards that came out was like stepping into the spotlight. There's something that you're shifting. Some of you could be shifting, like leaving your job, becoming self-employed. So it might be starting as like a side hustle kind of to start. But I feel like regardless, even if you're in business, it's like you're making progress. And I feel like you're looking to enhance what it is that you're already doing so that you can be in a place that feels like more in alignment with you and your business. Like it feels like it's all cohesive and aligned. We have power positions. So you're stepping into a place of like authority here when it comes to your money as well as your career or your business. But I really feel like from a mind and like emotions, beliefs, you're starting to step into this new category. And stepping into that new category, I feel like is going to open you up to all these possibilities that are like a potential for you to step into through the month of July and moving forward as well. So let's get a message here. One of our final cards. We'll still get a money affirmation at the end of this, but let's see what else for the message for July for money. We have crystal keys. It looks like this on the back. So it says, Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz said to have been coated with great knowledge. There's that word again. For the spiritual evolution of the human race. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in times when you feel triggered. There is so much information within our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. Wisdom comes through inner paradox. Be odd in creative flow or a state of surrender. These crystals may be powerful keys for your spiritual evolution. So what's interesting is it's talking about wisdom and knowledge. And we talked about that, the difference of those two things. And I feel like you're getting insights, right? There was this other card that said the future. It talked about like trusting your intuition, right? And so I feel like you're going to get these nudges, you're going to get these insights, these messages that you're meant to follow, you're meant to go towards, right? And so start writing those things down even. Just write them down so you remember them and you can go back to them and you can plan and you can brainstorm and you can think about them, right? Yeah, bottom of the deck we have transformation. Go inward and be present with wherever you are at in your progress. Feel whatever you need to feel. It may be hard to be present with some parts of yourself. Bring them into a cocoon of gentle self-love and reflection. Insights will come. Shadows can be released and your heart space will soften. Cry or be angry if this is what you're holding on to and laugh at the ironic divine perfection of it all. The journey beyond your constructed outer self where you can delve into the beautiful abyss of your being. Revel in the twilight before the dawn and let your wings unfurl. This is really too, I feel like with whatever you're stepping into and the work that you're doing when it comes to your finances and your career is really having you step into more of who you authentically are, living in a way that is more authentic to who you really are. And so there's going to be a lot of work that has to like deconditioning, shadow work that has to happen here because you're being asked to make, I think, big changes. As much as the changes feel good, they can also feel scary, right? And so you've got lots of options. You could take things in a lot of different directions. But I also feel like there's an element of change here, bigger change, that I feel like you're looking at making in your life to really live and work and make money from a place of alignment. So let's get a final money affirmation. Yeah, look at this. We got, I welcome the lessons the universe offers me so that I may calibrate to greater success. That's what I feel like you're kind of like learning right now. Is this like, I can't remember too if I think I got this in a shorts that I did not too long ago, because this card reminds me of like a portal because of the doorway and it's like kind of lit up. So I feel like, again, you're learning lessons, you're going through this transformation, you're getting insights, you're shifting your mindset, your judgments that you have on yourself about your financial situation. And that is helping you make change. And it's also helping you learn the lesson, move on from it, and step through a new doorway so that you can access this sense of greater success for yourself. And then we have my energy is the currency of the cosmos at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, you are the way in which you show up to things is what is going to determine whether you make money, right? Like that is literally, we don't give it enough of that credit of like, and this is something I've been learning, and obviously it's what I'm teaching because I have learned it in my life, but like the money we make, the beliefs that we have about our money create our whole reality, right? And so if we don't believe that we're good enough for money, we don't believe that we're capable of making that, or that people want to buy our offers, or that, you know, making that amount of money is even possible for ourselves, it's not going to happen because we don't believe it's possible, right? And so we have to shift our mind, we have to shift our beliefs. And if you can do that, it's going to open up a lot of doors for you that you maybe even never saw coming, right? So that is what I have for you guys for the month of July. I hope that resonates for you. Let me know down below. Comment. What do I want you to comment here? I calibrate to greater success. Comment that down below to claim this message. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this message. Hopefully it resonated. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a pick a card for the month of July as well with some money messages. So if you are still wondering about certain things, or you feel like this didn't resonate with you, feel free to check that out. There might be some additional messages or just a message in general that resonates for you there. But I hope you guys have a wonderful month. And obviously you will see me around here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful month, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye.